Hi, I am Shorty Biscuit and welcome back to my channel. Today I have here with me the River 3 Max, and if you follow me and you saw previously, I unboxed the River 3 Plus, which is what this is, right? So the River 3 Max is the River 3 Plus combined with the EB300 battery. A little bit over a month ago, I entered a contest on Reddit and I won the River 3 Max. So I'm going to get it opened up. I have a camping trip this weekend, so I'm going to take it with me. I am not going to bother showing you the unboxing of the River 3 Plus because I already did that. So you can check out the video linked up there. But I'm going to open it up and connect them together and see how they work. So inside the box, I can see foam, manual, and the battery pack, and there is nothing else in the box. Okay, so I have the EB300 here. It's pretty small. It's solid but not heavy. If you remember, or if you didn't know, the extra battery for the River 3 Plus comes in two sizes, the EB300 and the EB600. So the EB300 adds an extra 286 watt hours of capacity to the River 3 Plus, which is 286 watt hours. So basically doubling it to 572 watt hours of battery capacity. The EB600 by itself, it's probably almost double the size. I don't have one. I want to get one. That by itself is 572 watt hours. So when added to the River 3 Plus, it combines to 858 watt hours. On this EB300, there's just a power button, there's a light, and there's a USB-C port here. This USB-C port is bi-directional in that you can use the USB-C to charge up the EB300, or you could use it to charge a different device. You can charge your phone from it, you can charge your laptop for it, so it just works like a battery. This here is where it connects to the River 3 Plus. It just says external battery port, and it's just a piece of rubber that disconnects. And under the River 3 Plus, I'll show you where that connects. Under and to the back of the River 3 Plus, there's the port here with a rubber covering it. So this is where it connects to the EB300 or the EB600. These are pogo pins, so there's no wires or cables to connect the two devices together. So you simply put this one on top of that one and they connect. I haven't tried this yet, so let's see how this goes. Okay, so I see that it looks like to the front here there's a bit of a hook. So I'm going to presume that I just hook it in, snap it down. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. They snap together and they're a bit heavy when it's two of them together. So let me turn it on. Oh, they both turn on when you turn one on. And I can see on the screen here, it says port. Let me see what's happening on my phone. On the phone, you can see the battery capacity of the extra battery, and it says 30%, which is usually is 27 I've been getting with EcoFlow products, but this time it's 30%. So there's 30% capacity in the battery itself. So when you're charging, this was something about the charging speed. There's a max charging speed of 650 via AC, right? However, when I had just the River 3 Plus alone, it wasn't getting that. In order to get those maximum charging speeds, it has to be attached to one of the extra batteries. So just be aware of that. If you have one of the River 3 Pluses by itself, it will not get that 650 watts of input via AC unless you also have the battery. I'm gonna plug it in and get it all charged up and use it. I like that you can separate the battery from the River 3 Plus so that I could take the battery and do something with it. I can get both of them charged up, and I can take the battery, do something with it, use some of the battery to charge my phone elsewhere, and then if the power is going down on the River 3 Plus itself, I can reconnect it and then draw the power from the battery. I've had the batteries charging for about 15 minutes, and the River 3 Plus went from, I think it was 65% to 85 now, and the extra battery went from 30 to 70%. I guess I kind of expected that it might charge up one or the other, but what it's doing is balancing the charge between the two devices, which is pretty interesting. At one point, I saw the input go over 475, and then it dropped right back down. So it's been staying under 380, which is the usual for the River 3 Plus by itself. But with the battery, it's supposed to be at, or can get to 650 watts of input. So I'm not sure why that is, but it is balancing the power between the two devices. The units are still charging, and they're almost at 100%. However, I looked down at the app and I was very curious to see that it said the River 3 Plus was 100%, while I'm looking at the screen and it says 86%. I'm like, is something wrong with this thing? And what it is that it is averaging the total percentage. So on the screen for the River 3 Plus, the percentage that is being shown is the average of the percentage of both of the devices. So 172 gives 86%. So that is what it shows on the screen of the River 3 Plus and on the app as what the percentage is. It's an average of the two versus the state of one. So what I did was I disconnected the power and disconnected the two, and it showed 100% on the River 3 Plus by itself. Like with other EcoFlow power stations in the past, what happens, the closer it gets to full charging, the input starts to drop. This has been going on around 370 and now it's down to 300. And as both of them get closer to 100, that input is going to drop and not be the max input. And it does this across the full line of power stations that I have experience with between the Rivers and the Deltas. Both devices got to 100% and it clicked off, so I unplugged the power cable. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is to disconnect them. It does say it is preferable if you turn them off, so I'm turning it off. You turn off one, it turns off the other. It doesn't matter which button you use. Like if I powered on this, it powers up the River, and if I power off, it powers off. So once they're connected, the power button on either one controls both. So I'm going to get it turned around here. And just as easy as it was to connect them, there's a little switch here that you press on, and you press on the switch and raise it up, and they're disconnected. And that's all there is. As I mentioned, I plan to be taking these camping over the weekend. I'm not sure yet what I'll be powering with it. I'm going to have the fridge. I'm probably not going to have the AC. I have other devices that need to be powered. I also have the EcoFlow multifunction camping light, which I absolutely love. It is so nice and bright. And so I'm going to have multiple things with me that needs to be charged. So I'm going to be using them over the weekend. And yeah, I really like the setup. I definitely want the bigger battery. You can't have enough battery capacity because a lot of times, sometimes you just need to get a lot of things powered, but not a lot of powerful things, right? So more capacity versus more watt output. So the River 3 Plus can output up to 600 watts, but if I'm not using one of my Dash mini devices or anything else that pulls a lot of high wattage, then I'm good with more battery capacity than needing, let's say, the Delta that I would use if I were using the AC, or if I needed to power my induction burner, or I am actually considering taking my Ninja Foodie with me. And if I do that, then it'd be great to have the Delta 2 and the Delta 3 with me to power the Ninja Foodie, because I've gotten spoiled and I really enjoy cooking in the air fryer. So no set of standing up over a stove and stirring a pot and all these things. Put it in, press on, done, walk away, come back, and there's a meal. So I haven't decided yet what I'm eating for this camping trip, but I will have power with me for whatever I decide to do. And that's one of the greatest things, is to be able to power what I need to when I need to without having to worry about it. So yeah, definitely I love the EB300. I'm strongly considering the EB600 for more capacity when I need it. You know, I could just take this, I could take this and this, or take in the other one, you know, and get everything all charged up and just have extra batteries to add to the capacity of the River 3 Plus. I also have the Trail 200, link above, and I'm going to be testing that out and see how that works with the EB. The EB300, as I've said, this port is bi-directional. This USB-C port gives out and in. So I am wondering if I can charge this with the Trail, but I'm sure I can probably charge the Trail 200 with this battery of the USB-C. I've ordered a cable that would hopefully help with that. That cable is one direction, so it won't confuse any of the devices that have bi-directional ports about which way the power should be flowing. So I'm hoping that would help with some issues that I've had. I will test that update on another post. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Have any questions, comments? Do you have one of these setups, and what have you thought of it so far?